The invisible game, rewiring your brain for unstoppable wealth. You staring at this screen right now. Let me hit you with a question that might make you squirm. Why aren't you as wealthy as you dream of being? I'm not talking about your job, your side hustle, or even the economy. I'm talking about the real battle, the one happening inside your head. The invisible game. It's this sneaky, subconscious programming that's been running your life, keeping you stuck, no matter how many hours you grind. Today, on Next Gen Wealth, we're tearing that game apart and showing you how to rewire your brain for unstoppable wealth. Buckle up, because this is about to change everything. Let us start with a hard truth. Most of us are playing a game we don't even see. From the time you were a kid, your brain's been soaking up messages about money like a sponge. Maybe your mom said, "We can't afford that," every time you wanted something. Maybe your dad grumbled about rich people being selfish. Or maybe you just watched your family stress over bills, month after month. Those moments weren't just conversations, they were code. They programmed your brain to believe money is scarce, hard to get, or even bad. And now, those beliefs are running on autopilot, shaping every decision you make. Here's how it works in your brain. Every thought you have, every experience, carves a neural pathway. Think of it like a dirt trail in the woods. The more you walk it by thinking, "I'll never get ahead," or "money's always a struggle," the deeper that trail gets. Over time, it's not just a trail, it's a highway. Your brain defaults to it without you even trying. That's why you might freeze when it's time to ask for a raise, or feel guilty when you splurge on something nice. Your subconscious is playing the invisible game, and it's rigged against you. But here's the mind-blowing part. You can change the game. Your brain is neuroplastic, which means it's moldable, like clay. You can carve new pathways, ones that lead to abundance, confidence, and wealth. I'm going to walk you through exactly how to do it, step by step, so you can start winning at this invisible game today. Ready? Let's dive in. First, we've got to tackle the scarcity mindset. Scarcity is that little voice whispering, "There's never enough." It's why you check your bank account and feel a pit in your stomach, or why you hesitate to invest in a course, a business, or even yourself. To flip this, you need to start thinking in terms of abundance. Abundance says, "There's always more where that came from." It's not about faking it, it's about training your brain to see possibilities. Next time you catch yourself stressing over money, pause. Ask yourself, what would someone who believes in abundance do right now? Maybe they'd negotiate that deal with confidence. Maybe they'd say yes to that opportunity instead of overthinking it. Act like that person, even if it feels unnatural at first. Every time you do, you're laying down a new neural pathway, one that leads to wealth. Now let's talk daily habits, because consistency is how you make those pathways stick. Your brain loves repetition. It's how it learns. So every morning, grab a notebook and write down 3 things. One financial goal you're chasing, why it matters to you, and one specific action you'll take today to move closer. For example, I want to earn $10,000 a month because it gives me freedom to travel. Today, I'll reach out to 1 new client. This isn't just a to-do list. It's a signal to your brain that you're serious. Pair this with affirmations, but make them real. None of that vague, "I'm rich" stuff. Try, "I make bold, smart decisions that grow my wealth every day." Say it out loud with conviction. Your brain doesn't argue, it just absorbs. Over time, these habits become your new default, like a thermostat set to success. Next up, visualization. This isn't some fluffy, wish-on-a-star trick. It's backed by neuroscience. When you vividly imagine something, your brain fires the same neurons as if it's actually happening. Athletes use this to win games. You can use it to win at wealth. Here's how. Every day, take 5 minutes to close your eyes and picture your wealthy life. See the details, the house you live in, the car you drive, the way you carry yourself. Feel the emotions, the confidence, the ease, the joy of knowing you're secure. But don't stop there. Visualize who you are in that life. Are you decisive? Calm under pressure? Someone who takes risks and trusts themselves to figure it out. That's the identity you're installing. Do this daily, and your brain starts to treat that vision like reality, pulling you toward it like a magnet. Speaking of identity, this is the real game changer. You need to become the kind of person who creates wealth. Millionaires don't think like most people. They don't see a setback and think, I'm screwed. They see it as data, a puzzle to solve. They don't shy away from risks. They calculate them and move forward. To build this mindset, start asking yourself, what would my millionaire self do every time you face a choice? Should you take that side gig? Should you pitch that idea? Should you invest in that stock? Your millionaire self wouldn't overthink. They'd act, learn, and adjust. So do that. Each time you make a decision like they would, you're rewiring your brain to think like a wealth creator. Let me tell you about my friend Jake. Growing up, his family treated money like a ticking time bomb, always scarce, always stressful. When he started his own business, he carried that baggage. He underpriced his services, avoided big clients, and stayed small because that's what felt safe. Then he started applying these principles. He caught his scarcity thoughts and replaced them with abundance. He visualized himself closing six-figure deals. He acted like the confident entrepreneur he wanted to be, even when he felt like an imposter. Within 18 months, his business went from barely breaking even to pulling in $300,000 a year. Not because he found some magic strategy, but because he rewired his brain to play the invisible game like a winner. Here's another practical tip. Surround yourself with abundance cues. Your brain is always picking up signals from your environment. If you're constantly around people who complain about money or clip coupons out of fear, that's what your brain will normalize. Instead, listen to podcasts about wealth, read books by successful entrepreneurs, follow people who inspire you to think bigger. Your brain will start to absorb their mindset like osmosis. It's not about copying their actions, it's about soaking in their beliefs. One last thing before we wrap up. Repetition is everything. Rewiring your brain isn't a one-and-done deal. It takes about 30 to 60 days to start forming new neural pathways. So commit to these practices like your future depends on it, because it does. Pick one thing from this video to start today. Maybe it's the morning habit, maybe it's visualization, or maybe it's asking, what would my millionaire self do? Stick with it, and you'll start to notice a shift. You'll feel bolder. Opportunities will seem less scary. Money will start flowing in ways you didn't expect. You are the architect of your financial destiny. The invisible game has been running your life for too long, but now you know how to take control. You can rewrite the code. You can build a brain that attracts wealth like a magnet. So what's it going to be? Are you going to keep playing by the old rules? Or are you ready to step up and win? If this lit a fire in you, smash that like button and subscribe to Next Gen Wealth. We're here every week with tools, mindsets, and strategies to help you build the life you deserve. Drop a comment below. What is one limiting belief about money you are ready to ditch today? Let's hold each other accountable and start this journey together. You're not just chasing wealth, you're becoming unstoppable. I'll see you in the next one.